Hi everyone, this video is going to be for a first impressions review and swatch video for MAC's new holiday collection. It's called the Frosted Firework collection for 2020. So if you want to know how all of these colors swatch, then keep watching. You can feel free to subscribe to the channel and follow Allura Beauty on Instagram. There were 2 giveaways recently that concluded, and I picked 4 winners. 3 of those winners have responded, but the 4th one has not. So please make sure that you look at your comments to see if I responded to them on those videos. And if you were one of those winners who has not yet emailed me, please make sure that you email according to my reply. And of course, if you haven't seen my latest video, make sure you go check that out because it will give you access to up to 25% off a ton of luxury skincare and makeup brands through skinstore.com. I'll link that video in the upper right-hand corner with my top 5 suggestions, but of course, you can pick whatever you want to that's included in the sale on the website. That sale is only lasting for another few days, so I encourage you to take advantage if you wanted anything from the website. All right, let's get to swatching these colors. So this is most of the main color collection. They always, during the holidays, also have a collection, kind of a second collection with gifting sets. I'm not going to do a review for those. Instead, I'm focusing on the individual products in the main color collection. This is most of the products in that collection, but there are some things that I just have so little interest in. For example, the lip glosses and the dual-ended pencils, eye pencils. Those are not included in this video. Let's go ahead with the lipsticks. These are going to cost $20 each. These have very pretty limited edition packaging. It's this metallic light pink shade with sort of shimmery accents. This is the shade Heart Goes Boom. Out with a Bang. One Spittin' Ice Shy. Ice Ice Baby, and you've seen some of these bullets that are sweating. That's completely natural just because of the temperature changes. And hashtag Snow Filter. All right, Heart Goes Boom is a fuchsia color in a matte formula. Out with a Bang is a deep, rich burgundy in an amplified cream formula. One Spittin' Ice Shy is a sheer white with pearl. And this has a luster formula. Ice Ice Baby is a blue-based pink with pearl. It says this is a frost formula. And hashtag Snow Filter is a deep rosy pink. And this has a luster formula. All right, here are your swatches for all 5 of these shades, all different formulas and finishes. Next up, there are 2 Flashing Ice Extra Dimension Skin Finish Trios. Each of them will cost $39.50. So these are highlighting palettes. So the packaging for them is the same. They have kind of this felt like texture on them in addition to the shimmering portions. They close with a magnet. They have a full-length mirror inside and then 3 pans. The largest is in the center and they are each embossed. This one is the light palette and this one is the medium deep palette. I will swatch these with a powder brush over the skin and then give you more concentrated swatches, finger swatches after. Starting with the light palette, the leftmost shade is called Glitzed Out. This is a frosty white with multicolored pearl. Gonna build that up. The middle shade is called There She Glows, described as a light gold. Build that up just like the first shade. And the shade on the right is Out on the Tinseltown, a light pink with pink and gold pearl. I don't think any of these shades needs 2 layers. I'm just doing that for the camera and you can see how they build up. Okay, so there are the light palette shades with brush swatches. Onto the medium deep palette, we start with Gold Me Closer, described as a warm gold. Layer 2. Middle shade is Desire Fire, described as a medium toned bronze. Building that one up too. And on the right we have Call Me Sugar Plum, which is described as a cool toned plum. Also going to build that one up. Alright, so there are brush swatches for the medium to deep palette. Now let's go ahead and do finger swatches of the light palette shades, swatching these from left to right. And same with the medium to deep palette. Shades from left to right. Alright, heavy swatches for the light palette and medium to deep palette. Alright, moving on to the 2 limited edition extra dimension skin finishes, which will cost $37 each. Again, quite cute and pretty packaging on these. Snap closures with mirrors inside, and the pans embossed in snowflake-esque type of designs. This is the shade Let It Glow. And this is the shade Flare for the Dramatic. First up to swatch is Let It Glow, described as a frosty white. Layer number 2. Then we've got Flare for the Dramatic, described as a warm golden bronze. And next to those, we'll do heavy swatches, Let It Glow, and Flare for the Dramatic. Okay, those are your brush swatches and heavy swatches. Next up, the individual extra dimension foil eyeshadows. These will cost $21 each. This is a luminous lightweight eyeshadow with highly pigmented color payoff and a shimmer metallic finish. Similar metallic light pink packaging, and you may notice on some of your pans that they have the actual product kind of loose in there. I think that might be a common occurrence, unfortunately. You can see again that snowflake embossed design. This is Explosive Chemistry, Silver Bells, Sparktacular, Firework the Room, and Cooler Than Being Cool. First up is going to be Explosive Chemistry. Mac's description of this color is just pink, which I don't even think is accurate. It's a very berry toned pink with silver shimmer. Not the smoothest application. This is being applied over eyeshadow primer and a very thin layer of translucent powder. Silver Bells. Might be able to see these snowflake pieces kind of breaking off. It's described as a metallic silver, more opaque than the first shade. Don't know what this piece of lint is. Sparktacular, described as a sheer nude, again with silver shimmer. Firework the Room, described as a red. This is a cranberry toned red. And Cooler Than Being Cool, a white shade with multicolored pearl. It flashes predominantly frosty white and pink. I'm going to go ahead and also do finger swatches for you so you can see if there's any difference in performance, finish, and texture or opacity. So Explosive Chemistry, Silver Bells, Sparktacular. First shade was pretty gritty feeling. Firework the Room. Ooh, wow, that one went on really smooth and opaque and cooler than being cool. Okay, so there are your brush swatches first, and then your finger swatches. And I'm sure you could also experiment with foiling these shades too. And next up we have the Rocket to Fame Eyeshadow 12 pan palette. It costs $39.50, purported to have a $117 value. You can see that there are 12 shades in limited edition packaging. So this one is a pale silvered pink, again magnetic closure, circular pattern on the pans, and a circular mirror inside. So again, I'll probably go on the outer ring, left to right, clockwise direction, and then do the center shades, probably left to right, top to bottom. But all of them will be with an eyeshadow brush over eyeshadow primer. The maddening thing about this is that MAC has not listed these shades in any sort of coherent or organized manner, so I'm partially guessing on some of these shades as to which names they are. I'm pretty sure this one is Snow Globe Trotter, a pearly bright white with a frost formula. Sparks and Wreck, described as a white pink with pink pearl, also a frost formula shade. I think this one is Plum Darling. Cool Gunmetal with pearl, also a frost formula. Disco Snowball, a cool blue with green pearl, frost formula. This is like a blue version of Max Club. Interesting shade. This shade I don't need any sort of guide or list for. I know that this is Carbon, permanent shade in Max line. They always throw it in for their limited edition palettes. It is a matte black with a matte formula. I believe this is Ride My Sleigh, a deep aubergine, the matte formula. I think this is Share My Blanket, but MAC's color description is wrong. They describe it as a frosty white nude with a matte formula. I would describe this as a quite gray toned nude, quote unquote. Shook My Snow Globe, a glistening peachy nude with a frost finish. These shades are becoming pretty similar, so again, I'm sort of guessing. I believe this is Lit My Sparkler, described as an intense pink with blue pearl, frost finish. Pyromancer, I could have, these two may be switched. So that might be Pyromancer, this might be Lit My Sparkler, I don't know. Pyromancer is described as a reddish pink with red pearl, the frost finish, which I think probably, I mean, I don't know. To me, this looks more blue toned, so that's why I'm thinking maybe this is Lit My Sparkler. But then again, this does not look like it has a frost finish, so who knows? 8 is Frost Smitten. Icy Cool Lilac, again with a frost formula. And Catch My Snowdrift. Intense Purple with a frost finish. Alright, so there are all 12 shades from the large vault. You can see the shades, textures, finishes, opacity up close. It's quite glittery with nice amount of fallout from all the shimmer. All right, so I'll keep my thoughts as concise and short as I can. Overall, I just think it's a ho-hum collection. If I had to choose, the thing that I would say is the least impressive to me in formulation was the single eyeshadow, extra dimension foil eyeshadow in the shade Explosive Chemistry. I just think the texture is grainy and patchy. Otherwise, I would say the formulas seem good. Nothing that super impressed me, nothing that seemed terrible. I think I'm just experiencing a little bit of a lack of being impressed because it's another, you know, very typically shimmery, glittery holiday collection. If you are someone who comes from a different experience in terms of, you know, not collecting every single MAC holiday collection that comes out, then you may not have that same sort of feeling. So this may feel, you know, unique to you or a little more special to you. But if you are someone who has purchased from a good number of MAC's previous collections, I just don't see anything in this particular collection offering you anything different from what MAC has put out before. So I am craving something a little less typical, a little more unique, a little bit of a breath of fresh air. But if that's not an issue for you, I don't have anything particularly negative to say about the quality of anything that is in the collection. So those are my pretty brief thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. If you have a favorite item in here, or if you have thoughts generally about this collection or MAC collections, please feel free to share them. Make sure you stay tuned for the next video, which will be this month's mid-month video where I do a giveaway of a bunch of products that I received in PR. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I hope this did help you if you were wanting to purchase some things but weren't sure on which shades. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.